All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are just moments away from kicking off here at the 2019 Australian Masters Championships right here in Cairns, far north Queensland. 1 minute and 25 seconds, in fact. Referees on the platform. In the head chair this morning is Vicky O'Brien. Over on the left of the platform is Jan Roche and Mr. Mark Lum on the right. We have 42 seconds remaining, athletes. 42 seconds before our first lifter of the day, Lucille Rigeri, coming out to 64 kilograms. Bar is loaded for Lucy now, 64 kilograms. First lift of session number 5. Nice easy opening attempt there for Lucy, 64, and 3 white lights it is. Bar jumping up to 70 kilograms now for Margaret. $70 kilograms going on the bar for Margaret. And the bar is loaded. Back in the rack, referee's decision is 3 red lights, and that is a missed attempt. Margaret just faltering at the bottom, a little bit of up and down movement there, ladies and gentlemen. When lifting, squat must only go down to the bottom and then return to the top. Once the bar starts coming up, there can be no downward movement of the bar. Tasha Page is next out, 90 kilograms. Is going on the bar for Tasha. And the bar is loaded for Tasha at 90 kilograms. Bar is back in the rack, and referee's decision is good. 2 white lights, just 1 on the far side from Mark Lum. Next out, Beck Berry, competing in the open age division today, and 95 kilograms is going on the bar, and the bar is loaded for Beck. Followed out by Damien Horn. Looks like he's swapped clubs today. And the bar is in the rack, and it's 3 white lights for Beck Berry at 95. And we're jumping up 10 kilograms now to 105 now for Nikki Burns. Bar is loaded for Nikki. Nikki competed last night in the bench press only and coming back out to the platform now for 3 lift. And it's 2 red lights this time. And looking at depth, I believe, getting confirmation from Vicky O'Brien, the chief referee today. 112 is now going on the bar for Joanne Payne. Also a bench-only athlete from last night's session, number 4. Coming out again and trying her luck at the 3 lift. And 112 for an opening squat attempt. And the bar is loaded at 112 for Joanne. The referee's decision is waiting on Mark Lum for a decision. White lights it is. 3 of them, in fact, and a good lift at 112 for Joanne Payne. Kay Mercer will be next out to the platform in the bar now, moving to 120 kilograms for her opening attempt. In the 84 kilogram class, just weighing 79.5 this morning, and the bar is loaded for Kay Mercer at 120. And it's back in the rack, and 3 white lights it is for Kay Mercer at 120, and 9 additional kilos going on the bar, and Tanya Follington is next out to 129. She'll be followed by Jane Morris. And the bar is loaded. And it's 3 white lights, and a very good from Coach Simon Bergener off to the side. Successful at 129, and 135 is next on the bar for Jane Morris. We'll be moving back to the top of the round for squat number 2 after Jane. The bar is loaded now, 135. And a good lift and 3 white lights there for Jaina, our opening attempt of 135. And we're moving right along to squat number 2. And back to Lucille Rigari at 70 kilograms now. Bar is loaded for Lucille at 70 kilograms. Very nice looking squat, and white lights it is at 70 kilograms for Lucy. 70 kilograms remains on the bar now for Margaret. And the bar is loaded at 70 kilograms. Has she done it this time, ladies and gentlemen? The referee's decision is... Can we have a decision, referees? Have we got... Yes, good lift, good lift, good lift. 3 white lights it is. Next out to the platform will be Beck Berry and 100 kilograms. And the bar is loaded for Beck Berry at 100. Back in the rack, and we have thumbs up all around, and white lights it is for Beck Berry. Next out to the platform when 100 kilograms remains on the bar now for Tasha Page. Coming out of Brisbane North Barbell, but training in Townsville, and the bar is loaded for Tasha Page. The bar is back in the rack, and we have a good lift again for Tasha Page at 105 kilograms now going on the bar. And Nikki Burns is coming out for a second crack at 105 after a missed attempt, if I recall correctly, just on depth for Nikki Burns in the previous attempt. So looking for 105 kilograms for a squat on the board, and the bar is loaded now for Nikki Burns. And we have this time a good lift for Nikki Burns there at 105. 122 is next on the bar, and a 10 kilogram increase for Joanne Payne from her 112 opener. And the bar is loaded for Joanne Payne at 122. And looked quite an easy squat. Waiting on a decision from the far side. It's a good lift. It's having a small technical difficulty with the remotes, but that is a good lift, ladies and gentlemen. And we are moving up to 128 now for Kay Mercer, and the bar is loaded. Bar's loaded, yeah. It's back in the rack, and the referee's decision is a good lift once again for Kay Mercer at 128 this time. 10 kilograms being added to the bar, and 138 is next out for Tanya Follington. And the bar is loaded for Tanya at 138 kilograms. And it is a good lift, ladies and gentlemen, at 138 kilograms. Jane Morris is next out, and 147 kilograms is going on the bar. And I have been informed that this is a Masters national record attempt, and the bar is loaded. This is the 84 kilogram class. Masters 40 to 44 and 147 for a new Masters national record. It looks like she's done it. She's got a big smile on her face, and the referees say, it is a good lift, ladies and gentlemen, and a new Masters national record in the 84 kilogram class, 40 to 44 years of age. Great lifting, and we are going back to the top of the round now, ladies and gentlemen, and back to 73 kilograms for Lucille. Third and final lift for Lucy in the squat. And the bar is loaded. As a misload, ladies and gentlemen, just jump off the platform, please, Lucy. We need to reload, reload, reload. All right, now we do have a loaded bar for Lucy at 73 kilograms this time instead of 83. It looks good, and 3 white lights it is for Lucy at 73 kilograms. Bit of a misload, wasn't enough to put her off, and white lights and successful attempt at 73. 76 going on the bar next. Margaret Picalis. Third and final squat for her day at 76, and the bar is loaded for Margaret. I think that was her best squat yet, ladies and gentlemen. Referee's decision, we need to stop that clock. We have 2 whites, it's a good lift. The bar is moving to 103 kilograms. The bar is loaded at 103 for Beck Berry now. Our open lifter, open age division here, young Beck. It was a good grind. It's back in the rack. Referee's decision is 3 white lights and a good lift from Beck Berry, and wonderful attempt selection there from Damien Horn. 107 kilograms is next on the bar, and just a 2 kilogram increase for Nikki Burns moving into her third squat. And the bar is loaded for Nikki Burns at 107. Another grind, but the decision is good, and 3 white lights at 107 for Nikki. $110 is next on the bar for Tasha Page, representing Brisbane North Barbell and coached by Dave Napper, and the bar is loaded. And it's back in the rack. Referee's decision is good, and white lights all around for a successful 110 for Tasha Page. Moving out next to Joanne Payne. She's jumping another 10 kilograms now to 132 for a final squat. Looking strong at 122 previously. Now chasing 132, and the bar is loaded for Joanne Payne. There's a strong squat, but 2 red lights there, and looks like the foot may have moved. Just lost a bit of balance at the top of that one, ladies and gentlemen. In the squat, after the squat command is given, your feet cannot move until the completion of the lift, and you are given the rack command from the chief referee. In the meantime, the bar is loaded for Kay Mercer at 135 kilograms. It is back in the rack. 2 white lights. It's a good lift. I think the chief referee seeing a little bit of downward movement there for the red light in the middle, but Kay is pumped with that result of 2 white lights at 135. 143 now is coming on the bar for Tanya Follington. And the bar is loaded, in fact, for Tanya at 143. Ladies and gentlemen, this looks like, I've just been informed, a new Masters record attempt in the 45 to 49 year category. She said yes, and it is yes. And 3 white lights and a new Masters record, 84 kilogram class, 45 to 49 year age category. And now Jane Morris is looking to extend the record just broken in the last round of squats. Looking for 152 now. And this is for a new standard in the 84 kilogram class, 40 to 44, and the bar is loaded for Jane Morris at 152. It is back in the rack. Referee's decision is good, and 3 white lights, extending her record once again and making it harder for the next person at 152 kilograms for Jane Morris. We are moving straight through now to Group A and squat number 1. The first lifter out to the platform will be Bernie Dowling at 55 kilograms. And the bar is loaded for Bernie. Another Brisbane North barbell athlete. It's back in the rack and he has great hip mobility. Decision is good and 3 white lights. Definitely color coordinated as well today, Bernie. Doing well. 130 is going on the bar next, and Jason Clark is coming out to attempt 130 for an opening squat attempt. And the bar is loaded for Jason Clark. It's back in the rack, ladies and gentlemen, and 3 white lights for Jason. Just 7 kilograms going on the bar now. Brendan Maney is next out at 137. Looks like from Melbourne here in Melbourne strength culture. And the bar is loaded now for Brendan Maney at 137. Well, there's no question on depth on that squat, that's for sure. And 3 white lights it is for Brendan Maney. Stuart Mitchell and 150 is going on the bar next. And the Brisbane North barbell athletes just keep coming. The bar is loaded for Stuart Mitchell. Great control and huge power out of the bottom, and 3 white lights it is. Bar jumping up quite considerably now to 175 for Glenn Baxter, and Glenn lifting last night in the bench press only, and back to the platform now for 3 lift. And a bar is loaded for Glenn Baxter at 175 and 3 red Samtec discs on the bar. Chief referee has given the rack command, and the decision is good with 3 white lights there for Glenn Baxter. Local Cairns lad Marcus Mueller is next up, and 180 is going on the bar for him. And the bar is loaded for Marcus at 180. Nice, fast opening attempt there, and the white lights it is for Marcus at 180. Dave Keong will be up next in 185 and making a return to the 3-lift platform, ladies and gentlemen. I think he deserves a round of applause when he comes out, this bloke. He's been a major part of powerlifting around the country, a volunteer at almost every single competition. And Mr. Dave Keong, 185. The bar is loaded. Wow, that's a fast squat. 3 white lights it is. Wonderful lifting there from Dave King on 185. And Darren King is next out, and 205 is going on the bar for Darren. He'll be followed by Morrow and Clyde. And it looks like the bar is loaded for Darren at 205. Another BNB athlete. And it looked quite easy. And white lights it is for Darren King at 205 for an opening attempt. Morrow Soto is next, and 210 will be going on the bar for him, followed closely by Clyde Butler. The bar is loaded for Morrow Soto at 210 kilograms. Being given the rack command, a referee's decision is good, and 3 white lights. It is at 210. Coach Matthew Stewart. Clyde Butler, 220 kilograms going on the bar for Clyde now. The bar is loaded for Clyde Butler at 220. Looked fairly effortless, and 3 white lights it is at 200. And we will move right into squat number 2 for Group A here, and back to Bernie Dowling, coming off a successful 55 kilogram squat and moving now to 60 kilograms. Bar is loaded now for Bernie Dowling at 60 kilograms. Second squat attempt of the 2019 Australian Masters Championships. Back in the rack. White lights it is for Bernie Dowling. He may be over 65, ladies and gentlemen, but still got the hip mobility of a teenager. It's great to see. No way I could squat with feet that close. Wonderful stuff. Jason Clark is next out, and 145 is going on the bar, making the loaders do a bit of work. And the bar is loaded for Jason at 145. He has managed to stand up, ladies and gentlemen. Referees say it's a good lift with 3 white lights. Bar just taking a 2 kilogram jump up to 147 now, and Brendan Maney is next out. Essentially the deepest squat of the competition so far. And the bar is loaded for Brendan Maney at 147. Very nice, very nice. The referee's decision is a good lift. Good lift, good lift at 147. Stuart Mitchell's next out, and 160 kilograms is going on the bar, and the bar is loaded for Stuart. Nice control on the way down, and the referee's decision is good, and white lights it is. Glenn Baxter is next out and jumping from 175 at his opening attempt, moving to 188 kilograms for a second squat here. Choosing to have his racks cambered in. Allows the athletes to get their hands on the outside of the rack. And the bar is loaded at 188 for Glenn Baxter. Referee's decision is good. 2 white lights. 1 red from Mark Lum on the far side. Maybe picking up the depth. Wasn't quite there on that one. To achieve a successful squat, ladies and gentlemen, the hip crease at the top of the thigh must go below the top of the knee. And the bar is loaded for Marcus Mueller now at 195 kilograms. It's a good lift and 3 white lights from Marcus there, 195. Now the legend, Dave Keong, 200 kilograms. And the bar is loaded for Dave Keong, 200. Great lifting from Dave, and white lights it is for him there at 200 kilograms. Bar still moving very quickly. 215 is next on the bar, but Darren King jumping up 10 kilograms from his opening attempt at 205. The bar is loaded for Darren King at 215 kilograms. It's a good lift and 3 white lights for Darren King there at 215. And Morrow Soto is next out at 220. Successful at 210 previously. 220 is going next on the bar. And the bar is loaded for Morrow, and I believe this is a Masters national record attempt in a 120 kilogram class, ages 50 to 54. Oh, great job from the spotters there. Just sinking a little too low in that squat. Potentially, I have seen him do this in training. He has one more opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, coming up very shortly. But right now, we are moving to 230 kilograms, and Clyde Butler is next out to the platform. And a bar is loaded for Clyde now, 230 kilograms. And still looking good in his second attempt there. Referees agree it's 2 white lights, 1 red on the far side, and just maybe potentially depth issue, but 2 white lights, ladies and gentlemen, is good enough. And we are moving back to squat number 3 and back to Bernie Dowling now, and he's looking for 65 kilograms. The bar is loaded for Bernie Dowling, his third and final squat today at 65 kilograms. Looks like he's got red lights there, ladies and gentlemen. This time, just not quite getting those hips below the knee. Unlucky Bernie, but still walking away with a successful 60 kilograms on a second attempt. We are now jumping right up to 155 kilograms, and Jason Clark is next out to the platform for his third and final squat. Bar is loaded for Jason. That was a great grind and a yes from Jason, and 3 white lights it is at 155. The bar is staying at 155 now. And we're going to see Brendan Maney on the platform very directly. In fact, the bar is loaded for Brendan at 155. Looked like another nice squat. And referees agree with 3 white lights once again. And signature Melbourne strength culture control. 170 is up next for Stuart Mitchell. And the bar is loaded for Stuart. He looks like he's done it, and the referees agree. And 3 white lights, it is a 170 for Stuart Mitchell. Glenn Baxter is coming off 2 successful attempts so far, 175 and 188. Moving now to 195 for his third and final squat. And the bar is loaded for Glenn. He has stood up with it. And a good lift from the referees and 2 white lights. Next lifter out to the platform is Marcus in 205. And the bar is loaded now for Marcus in his final squat. Referee's decision is good lift and 3 white lights from Marcus. The man, the myth, the legend, Dave Keong is out next, and 215 is going on the bar. Coming off a lightning fast 200. And the bar is loaded for Dave King on 215 kilograms. Big smile on his face. He was happy with it, and the referees were too, and white lights it is at 215 kilograms. And what a return to the platform it is. Morrow Soto is up next, and coming off a miss at 220 this time. He is re-attempting 220 now for the third. And once again, this is a record attempt for Morrow, and the bar is loaded now at 220 kilograms. Great catch again from the spotters there. Well done, lads. An unlucky Morrow at done 220, but 210 is still a respectable squat on the board there for an opener. We are now moving to 225 for Darren King before we move to 240 for Clyde Butler. 225, beautiful 4 red plates, and the bar is loaded for Darren King. Another great catch from the lads. Unlucky there, Darren at 225. 215 is in the bag, however, for him. We have one more squat at 240 kilograms for Clyde Butler. 240 for Clyde. And the largest squat of this session. The bar is loaded for Clyde Butler at 240 kilograms. It's a great fight. It is back in the rack, and referee's decision is good. 2 white lights it is. Great lifting from Clyde Butler there at 240 kilograms. We will have 5 minutes now, ladies and gentlemen, moving into the bench press. Grab yourself a coffee or a donut outside. Just 5 minutes before we move into bench press. No further changes to attempts. No further changes. "60 seconds now, lifter, just 60 seconds. Referees, to your chairs, please." All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving into the bench press round here in session number 5 of the 2019 Australian Masters Championships. And the first lifter out to the platform for bench press will be Lucille, and 36 kilograms will be loaded on the bar for her in just 10 seconds time. And the bar is loaded for Lucy. It's back in the rack. The referee's decision is good lift and 3 white lights at 36 kilograms for Lucy. Margaret's next out, and 40 kilograms is going on the bar for her opening bench press attempt. And the bar is loaded for Margaret at 40 kilograms. Anna's back in the rack, and white lights it is for Margaret. Beck Berry is next in an open lifter. And 47 is going on the bar for Beck. And the bar is loaded for Beck Berry. Back in the rack, and the referee's decision is a good lift and white lights for Beck Berry. The bar jumping up now to 60 kilograms, and Kay Mercer is out. And the bar is loaded now for Kay Mercer at 60 kilograms. Nice fast press. And undoubtedly white lights for Kay Mercer on that attempt. Nikki Burns is back to the platform, and 65 kilograms is going on the bar for her. Done bench press once this weekend. And the bar is loaded once again for Nikki Burns at 65. And a good lift and 3 white lights once again for Nikki Burns. 65 stays on the bar for the next 2 lifters, and the first of those is Tanya Follington. And the bar is loaded for Tanya. White lights it is. In a good attempt there. Tasha Page is next out to attempt 65. Training out of Townsville, but representing Brisbane North Barbell, and the bar is loaded for Tasha Page. And a good lift and 3 white lights there for Tasha Page. We'll be jumping the bar now to 76 kilograms, and Jane Morris coming off a record-breaking squat action in the first round. It's now coming out to open on 76 kilograms in the bench press. And the bar is loaded for Jane Morris at 76. Nice easy press. And white lights it is. Another bench press only athlete from last night, Joanne Payne, coming back out and doing some more bench press, and this time starting on 78 kilograms, and the bar is loaded for Joanne Payne. The bar's back in the rack, and it's good, and 3 white lights for Joanne. Back to the top of the round, and bench press number 2 for these ladies here in session number 5, and 39 kilograms will go on the bar next for Lucille. The bar is loaded for Lucille at 39 kilograms. White lights once again for Lucy there. And the bar jumping to 43 now for Margaret. The bar is loaded for Margaret at 43 kilograms. It's 3 white lights again for Margaret there at 43, and the bar jumping to 50 kilograms now. Now open lifter Beck Berry is coming out next. Bar is loaded now for Beck Berry, followed out by Coach Damien Horn. It's back in the rack, and a good lift for Beck Berry at 50 kilograms. Next out to the platform will be Kay Mercer, and 63 will be going on the bar. She's coming off the back of a successful 60 kilogram attempt and now looking for 3 kilograms to add. And the bar is loaded for Kay Mercer at 63. It's back in the rack, and 3 white lights it is. Nikki Burns is next out to the platform, and 68 kilograms will be going on the bar. And the bar is loaded for Nikki Burns. It looks good, and it is good, and 3 white lights once again for Nikki. The bar just sneaking up 1 kilogram to 69, and Tanya Follington is next out to the platform. And the bar is loaded for Tanya at 69 kilograms. It looked good, and it is good, and 3 white lights. 1 more kilogram sneaking onto the bar now, and 70 kilograms is next up for Tasha Page. The bar is loaded for Tasha at 70 kilograms. It's back in the rack. And a good lift. 3 white lights and 70. The bar jumping up considerably now. 12 kilograms, in fact, to 82 kilograms. And Jane Morris will be coming out for her second bench press attempt. Successful at 76 earlier. At bench press number 1 and now bench press number 2. The bar is loaded at 82 kilograms. Lovely fast press there from Jane, and 3 white lights without a doubt. 84 kilograms, just 2 kilograms going on the bar now, and Joanne Payne is next out. Successful at 78, now moving to 84, and the bar is loaded for Joanne Payne at 84 kilograms. Great grind there from Joanne Payne at 84. No, wait. Red lights from the sides. What have we got? All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is unfortunately a no lift for Joanne Payne, confirmed by the chief referee. Now, the feet must remain flat on the floor, and unfortunately the heels just lifting a little bit there for Joanne. So that is a no lift, and we are moving back to the top of the round, and Lucille and 42 kilograms, and the bar is loaded for Lucy. And 3 white lights for Lucy at 42 kilograms and a high five on the way out. 44 is next up and just 1 kilo above her previous bench press in the last round. And 44 is going on the bar for Margaret. A third and final bench press. And the bar is loaded for Margaret at 44 kilograms. Unfortunately, unable to press that one out this time in 3 red lights and a no lift for Margaret, but still successful in her second at 43 kilograms. Next out is Beck Berry, and she's looking to add 3 kilograms to her previous bench press of 50. 53 for her third and final bench press attempt. The bar is loaded for Beck Berry. Unable once again, unfortunately, for Beck at 53. Still a successful 50 on the board for her second attempt. We are jumping up now back to Kay Mercer. She has a successful 60, followed by a successful 63, and she's now looking for 66 kilograms for a third and final bench press. And the bar is loaded for Kay Mercer at 66. Coached by Liz Craven today. She has pressed it out, ladies and gentlemen. Referees say it's a good lift and 3 white lights and a big yes from Kay Mercer as she walks off the platform. Nikki Burns having a good day on bench so far, and 65 and 68 in the bag. And the bar is loaded now at 71. Unable to press that one out, unfortunately, there, Nikki Burns, and walks away with her 68-second attempt. 71 stays on the bar now for Tanya Follington, and she's coming off a successful 69-kilogram second attempt, and the bar is now loaded for Tanya at 71. Oh, this looks like a good grind, and she has pressed it out to arm's length. Referees say it's a good lift and 3 white lights and a great press there from Tanya. What a grind. Showing some real gumption with that one. Tasha Page is next down. She's looking for 75, taking a 5-kilogram jump to the third here. And the bar is loaded for Tasha Page at 75 kilograms. Oh, it looks like she may have gone into the rack early here. And it is red lights, unfortunately, after a great press. But ladies and gentlemen, the athlete must wait for the chief referee's call to rack the bar. They can't move before that. And unfortunately, in this instance, she has done that. Great press, though. Definitely there for next time. 84 kilograms is once again on the bar for Joanne Payne, and the bar is loaded for Jo. This time it looks good. This time it is good. And 3 white lights it is for Joanne Payne. Little happy dance, she walked off. Final female bench press in this session, ladies and gentlemen, will be Jane Morris. And she is going for another record. She's taken a squat record previously at 152. She's now looking for 86 kilograms on the bench press, and the bar is loaded for Jane Morris for a National Masters bench press record attempt. 84 kilogram class, 40 to 44 years age category. She has pressed it to arm's length, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what the referee's decision is. It's a good lift and 2 white lights and a new Masters national record in the bench press. The chief referee potentially seeing a little bit of downward movement of the bar. She is in the best position to see that, but the side judges giving a good lift. Jane now walking away with a squat Masters record and the bench press. Great lifting from her this weekend so far. We are moving into our men now, and Bernie Dowling is the first out, and the bar is loaded at 49 kilograms for Bernie. Bernie between 65 and 69 years of age, ladies and gentlemen, and weighing in at just 99.5. It looked like a nice easy attempt for Bernie there, and white lights it is on his opening bench press. Jumping up to 107 kilograms is Brendan Manian. Had a good squat session earlier and finished off with 155. Now he's got 107 going on the bar for his opening bench press attempt. The bar is loaded for Brendan Maney at 107. It's back in the rack and a good lift at 3 white lights. Sneaking up 3 kilograms to 110 now for Stuart Mitchell. The bar is loaded for Stuart Mitchell at 110. He's going back in the rack, and it's the white lights indeed. And 110 is successful for Stuart. And Mitchell and Jason Clark is next out, and 120 kilograms is going on the bar for him. The bar is loaded for Jason Clark at 120. Looks like he may have beaten the call. 3 red lights there. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, for a successful lift, the lifter must listen to the head referee or chief referee's calls. If those instructions the bar is loaded for Darren King at 125. And it's a good lift and 3 white lights there for Darren King. 125 staying on the bar for the next 2 lifters, and Morrow Soto is the first, and he'll be followed by Glenn Baxter. But right now the bar is loaded for Morrow at 125. He's got 2 whites and 1 red on the far side from Mark Lum. It looked like he may have slightly beaten the call, but 2 white lights is a good lift, and the bar is again loaded for Glenn Baxter at 125. Sorry, bar is not loaded. The bar is now, in fact, loaded at 125 for Glenn Baxter. Nice bench press at 125, and white lights it is for Glenn Baxter, and we're jumping up 10 kilograms now, and the local man, Marcus, is coming out to 135 kilograms for his opening bench press attempts. And the bar is loaded for Marcus now at 135. Nice fast opening attempt there for Marcus, and white lights it is at 135 for him. No stranger to bench press, Mr. Dave Keong. Had a great day on squats earlier in 215 and his return to 3 lift, and the bench press is now loaded at 143 for Dave Keong. Nice controlled press there, and a little bit of pressure for Blake Mayochi, our handouts. Handing out to the best handout in the country is always a bit of pressure. He's done well. Moving up to 162, and Clyde Butler, coming off a massive 240 kilograms squat. He's now looking for 162, opening on the bench press, and the bar is loaded for Clyde Butler at 162. And he looks like he's done it, and it's 3 white lights. Moving right along now, we're going back to the top of the round and back to Bernie Dowling, and he's going to be chasing 51 kilograms now for his second bench press. And the bar is loaded for Bernie Dowling at 51 kilograms. It's back in the rack. It looked like a good press. And it is white lights again for Bernie Dowling at 51 kilograms. And looks like the oldest competitor in this session, 65 to 69 age category. Brendan Maney will be up next, and he's looking to add 7 kilograms to his 107 opening attempt. 114 is now being loaded on the bar for bench press number 2 for Brendan Maney, and the bar is loaded. Got very long arms, but it looked like a good press, and 3 white lights it is at 114. And now loaders just adding 1 kilogram, and the bar moving to 115 now for Stuart Mitchell. The bar is loaded for Stuart at 115. It looked good again. White lights it is for Stuart Mitchell at 115. And Jason Clark missing his opening attempt at 120 on a technicality, just going before the chief referee's call, is now increased the number for the second bench press and is looking for 125. And the bar is loaded for Jason Clark at 125, and 2 lovely red Samtec discs on the bar. It looks like he's waited this time. And it is a good lift, and 3 white lights. 129 is next on the bar for Morrow. Successful at 125 in the previous round, and now 129, and the bar is loaded. It's back in the rack. And a good lift for Morrow at 129. And next out to the platform is Darren King. Looking for 10 more kilograms, and 125 was successful on the first, and 135, and the bar is loaded for Darren King. Not quite, faltering halfway up. 135 is staying on the bar for Glenn Baxter now. And the bar is loaded for Glenn at 135. Well, it looked fast. And it's a good lift, and 3 white lights of 135 for Glenn. Must have had a good warm-up last night on the bench press only in session 4. Plates are flying. Marcus Mueller is next up, and 142 kilograms is going on the bar this time for him. Successful at 135 and quite fast at that, and the bar is loaded now for Marcus at 142, the Cairns local. Lovely press from Marcus, and white lights all around. Good lift. Now we welcome back Dave Keong to the platform, and 148 will be loaded onto the bar for him. Successful at 143. Looking to take that now to 148 for a second. And the bar is loaded now for Dave Keong. Look great from here. And 3 white lights, and thanking Blake Miocci there for a great handout. I think that's the best honor you could get today, Blake. 170 kilograms is going on the bar now for Clyde Butler. He was successful at 162 and coming off a huge 240 kilogram squat. He's now looking to 170, and the bar is loaded for Clyde. It looked good from back here, ladies and gentlemen, and 2 white lights and a good lift. Just getting a red on the far side from Mark Lum. It looked like maybe the bum left the bench. Ladies and gentlemen, in the bench press, they must have points of contact throughout the entire lift, including your bum, your head, and your shoulders. And your feet must remain flat on the floor through the entire lift. But 2 white lights is a good lift, and we are moving back to the top of the round in the 3rd bench press. And Bernie Dowling is coming back out now to attempt 53 kilograms for his 3rd and final bench press of the session. And the bar is loaded for Bernie. Oh, Bernie's got the rack call, and it is 3 white lights and 3 successful bench press attempts for Bernie. Great job there on the bench. Next out for the platform, and 118 is going on the bar for Brendan Maney, coming out of Melbourne Strength Culture. 2 successful attempts to this point. He's now looking for 118 kilograms. And the bar is loaded now at 118 for Brendan Maney for his third and final bench press. He has pressed it out to arm's length, and it's a good lift. And Mark Lum on the far side once again seeing maybe a little bit of light under the bum. The bar is loaded for Stuart Mitchell now at 120 kilograms. Unlucky not this time, maybe just a little bit too far down the body. Couldn't quite get the bar back. Still a successful 115 for Stuart, and now the bar is jumping up to 130 for Jason Clark. The bar is loaded for Jason Clark at 130 kilograms. The bar is still moving, ladies and gentlemen. He has locked it out. It's back in the rack, and the referee's decision is... two red lights. Let's find out what that was for. The bar was dipping at the front, and the bum coming off the bench, so multiple fouls there, unfortunately, for a no lift. But what a great grind from Jason Clark, and he still has 125 in the bag on his second attempt, and the bar is now at 132, and it is loaded for Moro Soto. Unlucky this time for Morrow, 132, and that's 3 missed lifts in a row now, but we are moving on, and Darren King is coming out to reattempt 135, missing this lift in the second round of bench, and now looking for 135 again here on the third and final, and the bar is loaded for Darren. He has pressed it up, the elbows are locked, and it is 3 white lights and making a little bit of green on the board now for Darren King. Great attempt to come back and hit 135 after a miss in the second, and 145, and the bar is loaded for Glenn Baxter. He is coming off the back of a 125 success, a 135 success, and now looking for an additional 10 kilograms at 145 kilograms. And it looks good, and it is good, and 3 white lights at 145 for Glenn Baxter, and a little bit of dancing going on the side of the platform now. Now the Cairns man representing the region, and 147, and the bar is loaded for Marcus Mueller. Lovely looking press once again for Marcus. And white lights it is at 147, and a good lift. Now the man, Dave Keong, is back out to the platform on 155 this time. Successful at 143 and then 148. And now the bar is loaded at 155 for Dave Keong. Not this time, unfortunately, dropping that bar back on the chest. And that is a missed attempt at 155 for Dave, but still walking away at 148. And a great bench press on his second attempt. And now we have Mr. Clyde Butler. 162 successful attempt, followed by 170. And now the bar is loaded at 175 for Clyde Butler. No, unfortunately, unable to press it out at 175, but leaves with 170. We are now going to have 5 minutes break, ladies and gentlemen, and we will return when the competition gets exciting and the deadlift hits the floor. Stick around, lots more action to come. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have just under 60 seconds left before we move into the most exciting part of powerlifting, and that is the deadlift. If I could get all the officials back to the platform, please. And we have Lucille coming out to 95, and the bar is loaded now for our first deadlift of the day. It's back on the floor, and white lights for opening attempt of 95. Margaret is following with 100 kilograms going on the bar. And the bar is loaded for Margaret at 100. It looked good, and it's white lights all around at 100, and the bar is staying at 100 now for Beck Berry, and the bar is loaded. Any athletes in session 6, the rack is now available for rack heights to the right of the platform. And it's 3 white lights for Beck also at 100 kilograms. Nikki Burns is back out to the platform and 110 this time for a deadlift. And the bar is loaded. And it's white lights once again at 110 for Nikki Burns. And we are moving on to Joanne Payne, and 120 kilograms is going on the bar for her opening attempt. And the bar is loaded for Joanne Payne. Nice, strong-looking opening attempt there, and 3 white lights it is. Bar moving to 132 next to Kay Mercer. She's rearing to go. She's ready to come out. And the bar is loaded now. Here she goes, Kay Mercer at 132 kilograms. Nice and comfortable as an opener should be, and it's white lights. 135 is next up, and Tasha Page is coming out. The bar is loaded for Tasha Page at 135. The bar is back on the floor and a little bit off balance at the top there. It may have been a little bit of bar dip right at the top, ladies and gentlemen. Once the bar has started ascending, it cannot go back down until the referee calls the down call. The bar is loaded now for Tanya Follington at 155. The bar is back on the floor and it's 3 white lights for Jane Morris. The bar is loaded now for Jane Morris at 157 kilograms. The bar is back on the floor and it's white lights for Jane, and she is having a blinder of a competition so far with squat and bench press masters records respectively. We are now moving to the top of the round and back to Lucille Rigeri, and 102 is going on the bar. And a little fun fact, the man operating the deadlift jack, Mr. Ross Rickards, is in fact the current world champion in his weight class. Is it, what is it? What's your weight class, Ross? What was your weight class? 67. There you go. Just going to get this bar cleaned up a little bit here, ladies and gentlemen, before we move into deadlift number 2. And now the bar is loaded at 102 for Lucille. It's a good lift and 3 white lights. $108 is going on the bar now for our open female lifter, Beck Berry. Second deadlift attempt, and the bar is loaded at 108. And she has stood up, and a good lift and 3 white lights from the referees for Beck Berry. Just 2 kilograms being added to the bar, and Margaret is next out, and she's attempting a 110 coming off the back of a successful 100, and the bar is loaded for Margaret. It's back on the floor and a good lift for Margaret today. Margaret competing in the 65 to 69 years of age category, ladies and gentlemen, and that was a successful attempt at 110. Now moving to Nikki Burns, and she's looking for 116 for a second attempt here. And the bar is loaded for Nikki Burns. It's back on the floor for Nikki, and white lights again at 116, and still looking reasonably comfortable out there, and giving the coach Matthew Stewart a nod for the next lift. Joanne Payne will be out next, and 130 kilograms is going on the bar for her second, and jumping 10 from the first attempt, and the bar is loaded for Joanne at 130. It's back on the floor, and the referees have given it white lights all around in a successful 130 for a second deadlift. Kay Mercer also looking for an additional 10 kilograms now, and 142 is going on the bar for her. And the bar is loaded for Kay. Very determined look on the face of Kay there, and white lights it is, and a double fist pump. At 142 for Kay, successful second attempt. 145 is next, and Tasha Page missing her previous attempt. Just losing balance a little bit at the top. She's now going for 145, and the bar is loaded for Tasha Page at 145. This time she doesn't mess around, and white lights it is at 145, and looks like a little bit left in the tank still for Tasha. Tanya Follington is out next. She's looking for an 11 kilogram increase here, 155 and now 166 is going on the bar, and the bar is loaded for Tanya. Followed out by Coach Simon Bergner. She has stood up with it. She's got a smile on her face, and white lights it is at 166. Jane Morris is next out, and she looks like she's going for another record attempt here. Total record, not the deadlift. So this is for a total record attempt, Masters total record, 84 kilogram weight class, 40 to 44. This is a total record attempt, not a deadlift record attempt. And now the bar is loaded for Jane Morris for a total Masters record attempts in the 84 kilogram class, 40 to 44 years of age. That bar just inching up the legs, ladies and gentlemen, and 2 white lights and a good lift from the side referees. Chief referee just seeing potentially a little bit of support on the legs. Lifters can't use their legs as an advantage to support the bar on the way up, but once again, ladies and gentlemen, 2 white lights is a good lift, and she has successfully broken the Masters national total record in the 84 kilogram class, 40 to 44 years of age. We are back to the top of the round and back to Lucy in 107 kilograms is going on the bar for her. Third and final deadlift and final lift, in fact, in the 2019 Australian Masters Championships, and the bar is loaded for Lucy at 107. She's done it, ladies and gentlemen. That's 3 white lights and a good lift for Lucy, and 9 out of 9 lifts today, and finishing with a total of 222. Great day for Luce. Margaret is next out, and the bar is loaded at 113 now. It looks to me as if she's done it, ladies and gentlemen, and then she hasn't. 3 white lights for 113, and the bar stays at 113 next for Beck Berry. And the bar is loaded for Beck at 113. The bar is back on the floor, and it's a good lift once again, and 2 white lights. Nikki Burns joins us again on the platform, and it's time for 120 in the deadlift and her third and final deadlift, and the bar is loaded for Nikki at 120. Oh, she gave it a great pull, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, couldn't stand up with the bar this time at 120, but a successful 116 regardless. And now the bar jumps to 137 for Joanne Payne. And the bar is loaded for Joanne now at 137 kilograms. Third and final deadlift of the competition. It's back on the floor, and white lights it is for Joanne Payne at 137 and leaves her with a total of 343 kilograms. Currently in second position. Kay Mercer is next out to the platform, and she is looking for 150, and the bar is loaded for Kay. Is back on the floor, and referee's decision is good, and 2 white lights. Head referee just picking up the knees, maybe a little bit soft. Locking and unlocking there a little bit at the top. Knees must be locked out. We are moving right along, and 164, and the bar is loaded for Tasha Page. The bar is not loaded. The bar is loaded. It's back on the floor. Referee's decision is good, and 3 white lights. And I believe that has taken her into second position. Second position. And next out we have Tanya Follington sitting in first with the 45 to 49. And this is 171 kilograms on the bar, and the bar is loaded for Tanya Follington. And this looks like a new Masters record attempt, ladies and gentlemen, in the 84 kilogram class. 45 to 49. It is back on the floor, ladies and gentlemen. Referee's decision is good, and 3 white lights at 171, and a new Masters deadlift record in the 84 kilogram class, ages 45 to 49. And our final female deadlift of this session at 173 kilograms, and to extend her total record is Jane Morris. And the bar is loaded for Jane Morris at 173. Just stuck at the knees there, unfortunately, but a great attempt and a no lift there on Jane's final deadlift, but absolutely monstrous David Jane, breaking 3 or 4 records throughout the session, ladies and gentlemen. When you look at the record book in another week or so's time, you're going to see Jane's name everywhere. We are moving now to Group A and the deadlifts for the men. And the first out to the platform will be Bernie Dowling at 95 kilograms. All right, 95 kilograms, and the bar is loaded for Bernie Dowling. Oh, it looked like a nice easy opener there for Bernie. He looks fairly satisfied with that. Wave to the crowd on the way off and 3 white lights at 95 and jumping right up now and straight up to 163, and Brendan Maney is looking like he's going to come out and the bar is loaded for Brendan Maney at 163 kilograms in his opening deadlift attempt. Thrusting those shoulders back behind the bar and a big clap, and 3 white lights it is for Brendan at 163. Next out to the platform and bar will be moving to 170 for Stuart Mitchell's opening deadlift attempt. And loads of Brisbane North barbell athletes in this session. And the bar is loaded for Stuart Mitchell at 170 kilograms. Flying up there at the top. White lights it is for Stuart Mitchell at 170 kilograms. And Jason Clark is next out at 185. Samtech plates ringing out. The bar is back on the floor and loaded indeed for Jason Clark at 185 kilograms. He has stood up with it. It's back on the floor, ladies and gentlemen, and a good lift and 3 white lights for Jason. Followed out now at 190 by Glenn Baxter. And the bar is loaded for Glenn Baxter at 190 kilograms. Nice, smooth deadlift there from Glenn, and 190 is a successful lift. Just throwing 2 kilograms on now, the loaders, and taking the bar to 192 for Morrow. And the bar is loaded for Morrow at 192. It's back on the floor, and white lights all around for Morrow at 192, and 3 more kilos going on the bar, taking it to 195 now for the local man, Marcus Mueller. And the bar is loaded for Marcus at 195. Three white lights there for Marcus at 195. Next out, Dave the King Keong is coming out to 215, and the bar is loaded. The bar is back on the floor, and white lights it is at 215 for Dave Keong. Shooting him into first place in the 120s Masters 45 to 49, and Darren King is next out, and 220 is on the bar, and the bar is loaded for Darren King. And it is back on the floor, and white lights are not a problem there. And now we have Clyde Butler opening with a massive 240 kilogram deadlift. Squatted 240 earlier today. Bench pressed 170. Left him with a 410 subtotal, and now he's looking to add 240, and the bar is loaded for Clyde Butler. It's back on the floor, and white lights it is for Clyde there, and taking him to a 650 total, and fairly clear first place in the Masters 40 to 44 in the 105 kilogram class. We are moving back to deadlift number 2 now, and Bernie Dowling will be coming out to a 100 kilogram deadlift, successfully completing 95, and he's now looking for 100. Just going to give the bar a bit of a clean for Bernie. The bar is loaded for Bernie Dowling at 100 kilograms. Well, he's not messing around with that. That looked more like an opener. Success at 100. Now the boys working, and 3 red discs going back on the bar and taking it up to 176 kilograms for Brendan Maney. And the bar is loaded for Brendan at 176. It's back on the floor and white lights once again for Brendan Mania. 176 in the bar, jumping just 4 kilograms to 180 now. And we welcome Stuart Mitchell back to the platform for his second deadlift attempt. The bar is loaded for Stuart Mitchell. The re-white lights once again for Stuart Mitchell there at 180. 20 kilograms going on the bar now, and 200 is going on there for Jason Clark. Jumping up from his previous success at 185, and the bar is loaded at 200. It was a grind, but he has stood up, and it's the re-white lights for his efforts there at 200 kilograms. 5 kilograms now going on the bar. And we are looking for 205 tomorrow. The bar is loaded at 205 kilograms. It's back on the floor. It looked good from here, and it is good. And 3 white lights, and all the referees agreeing. 207 is going on the bar now, and Marcus Mueller coming off a 195 in the opening attempt. It looked very convincing. Looking for 207 now, and the bar is loaded for Marcus. Lovely deadlift once again from Marcus, and white lights. Glenn Baxter will be next out, and 210 for Glenn. The bar is loaded for Glenn Baxter at 210, taking a 20 kilogram increase now from 190 up to 210. $20 kilogram increase and 3 white lights, not a problem for Glenn Baxter. And now Dave Keong is looking for 15 kilograms on his first attempt, and 230 being loaded on the bar. And the bar is loaded for Dave Keong at 230 kilograms. And it is white lights for Dave Keong once again at 230. Darren King looking to add 5 kilograms to the bar now, and 235 will go on for him. And the bar is loaded now for Darren King at 235. It's back on the floor. He's got a smile on his face and a nod, and it is 3 white lights at 235. And now Clyde Butler is coming out, and 252 will be going onto the bar for Clyde. Already has a 650 kilogram total. He's looking to add 12 more to that. And the bar is loaded for Clive. The bar is on the floor, and it's 2 red lights from the side referees. Looks like support on the thighs. Just looking to dip the knees under the bar a little bit there on the way up, Clyde. 240, success at the start. He's got another chance now, and looking like he's not going to take it by the look of the scoreboard. So we are moving right back, and we're moving into the 3rd round of deadlifts here, and the final deadlift for these gentlemen in session number 5. And Bernie Dowling is coming back out to the platform, and he's had a 95. He's done 100, and now he's looking for 105 on his 3rd and final deadlift attempt here at the 2019 Australian Masters Championships right here in Cairns. And the bar is loaded for Bernie Dowling at 105. He's done it, ladies and gentlemen. It's 3 white lights. It's a good lift. Double thumbs up. He looked like he had a bit more in the tank there, Dave. All the plates going back on the bar now, and 182 is coming up for Brendan Maney. Deadlift number 3, and the bar is loaded for Brendan at 182. The bar is on the floor, and it is white lights, and he looks happy about it too at 182, and a big hug for the coach there. 190 will be coming up next on the bar for Stuart Mitchell. And the bar is loaded from Stuart. is back on the floor. It's white lights for Stuart. Great lifting there and 190 success. 205 is next for Jason Clark. Successfully completing 200 in the last round of deadlifts. Is now looking for 205. And the bar is loaded for Jason. Not this time, unfortunately, just a little bit too much, but a successful 200 nonetheless, and showing some respect to the officials by shaking a hand there. The bar moving right along now to 212, and Morrow Soto joins us again after a successful 205. He's looking for 212 kilograms for a third and final deadlift. The bar is loaded for Morrow. Is back on the floor firmly. And white lights for the effort and a great grind there from Morrow on the last deadlift. Now the Cairns man Marcus Mueller coming out, and 220 kilograms is going on the bar for him. Completed 195 and 207 successfully earlier in the competition. He's looking for 220 now, and the bar is loaded for Marcus. Is back on the floor. Lovely lifting today, a 9 out of 9 there from Marcus, and we have white lights and a good lift at 220, taking him to 572 kilogram total, and looks to be first place in the 120 class at the moment. 220 is loaded for Glenn Baxter also. $190, 210, and now looking for 220 for his third and final deadlift. Unfortunately getting it to the knee, but unable to stand up with it this time, and just missing 220 there. A successful 210 and finishing him on 550 total. In second place currently in the 50 to 54, 120 kilogram class. We have now Mr. Dave Keong. He's sitting in first place in the 120 class, 45 to 49. He's now looking for a 246 kilogram deadlift, and the bar is loaded for Dave Keong. Big roar as he comes out of the room. He got a smile on his face, and it's white lights and a good lift for Dave at 246, and what an absolutely stunning return to the platform, and 3 lifts for Dave the King Keong. You can't whinge about being broken anymore, Dave. Not after that performance, mate. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is our final deadlift of session number 5, and there is 250 kilograms on the bar, and the bar is loaded for Darren King. It's back on the floor, ladies and gentlemen. Referee's decision is good, and 2 white lights. It's a good lift. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our session number 5. We still have one more session, but we got about 28 minutes before the beginning of the session number 6 in the final session of the 2019 Australian Masters Championships. Head outside, grab yourselves a coffee, grab something to eat. We will be back with loads more action coming right up in 27 minutes and 42 seconds. See you soon.